Hello, my name is Sean Bullock. Today we're discussing spectroscopy, specifically IR, which is infrared radiation. And you can use this in organic chemistry to help you determine or verify which structures you have in any compound. So the way IR works is radiation is emitted by an IR machine here, and basically the bonds in between the atoms are going to absorb specific frequencies that are emitted by that IR machine. And they have varying intensities and, like I said, frequencies. So basically the data is going to be given to you in the form of spectra, which show peaks at frequencies of light that are being absorbed. So there are interatomic vibrations that are actually bending and stretching, and the correlation between the atom size and the vibrations, the bigger the atoms, the lower the frequency being absorbed. So let me show you an example of actually running an IR here. We have an IR machine here, which usually you would have to collect the background, sort of like tearing a scale when you go to weigh something. It takes out all the background lights and anything that's in your environment, so it doesn't show up on your spectrum. So we don't have to do that today. So first you want to start off by cleaning your center here where you put your sample. So you got some chem wipes and some DI water, and you want to wet it some. So you first want to make sure that this is adjusted all the way in its top position so you can have some room to work with under there, and unscrew this cover. You take this cover off. Not really important to clean that part of it. You do need to make sure you clean the center, and that is where your sample is going to go. So you go ahead and screw that cover back on, and you want to drop your sample in it next. So today we are working with dichloromethane or methylene chloride. So we take a very small amount. All that's required is a drop or two. Maybe not quite enough there. Let's get a little bit more on there. Perfect. Okay, once you got your sample on there, don't forget to adjust this as far down as it'll go. Well, not quite. Pretty close to the sample there. And now you're ready to run your IR. So it's very easy. All you have to do is hit collect sample and save it as whatever you choose and hit OK. So it'll take a minute. You can watch your progress here in the left hand corner. Okay, so we actually see a whole lot of data showing up on here, although this is a very simple structure compound. So all we are looking for today is some CH bonds, and we can see that we want to add the window. This will save it on there for you, and immediately I see this here right at about the 700 mark, and that is actually probably some type of ring. And the way I know that is there's actually a reference chart here that you can use, and it actually lists common frequencies for some common functional groups. And you see here that rings show up usually in that 700 range, and that is what we have there. In addition to using this functional reference chart, I also have this here, which is pure dichloromethane, and this will show that same ring at 700. So in addition to that, we have peak showing up here, which is a CH bond, and then right at 3000, not as pronounced on this one, you see a small peak here, and that's also another CH bond. So the rest of these peaks here, which are actually not in my sample, pure sample here, more than likely is some type of contaminant. Maybe it wasn't as clean as it should have been, or there could have been something on the dropper. But that is a basic way how to run an IR, very useful to determine or verify whatever compound that you have in your structure. Thank you.